Hi everyone, it's me Joe, and today I'm bringing you a brand new skincare video. Now this one is one of my favourite skincare brands that I've worked with continually since I've started on YouTube. That is the fabulous Banish. Now the reason why I wanted to bring attention to this range and what they do is because at the moment, as I've been talking to you guys in and out of vlogs, I've been working really hard on my skin. If you are new to this video, you've never seen my content before, my earliest content was about acne because I was just getting over acne when I was 19 or whatnot when I started. So I went on Accutane. I actually had slight scarring, and it wasn't visibly scarring like pickaxe scarring, but it was a very kind of uneven texture within my skin. So my concern, now I'm a little bit older, was just correcting any of those issues that might lead to wrinkles, that might lead to uneven skin tone. I'm going through a lot of medicated skincare at the moment to focus on resurfacing my skin, rebuilding the collagen, smoothing out those imperfections, and I've had tremendous success with it. I'm at the stage now that we're in February that I am kind of weaning myself off of a lot of the medicated skincare, and I'm starting to actually see my skin normalize, whereas in those first, I would say 10 weeks of using this, I was actually seeing my skin bright red and healing and smoothing over, then super dry, then healing, then smoothing, then super dry. Obviously there are an extreme version of skincare. There's something that's actually considered a cosmopharmaceutical. It's something that actually has a lot of research and is the only proven anti-aging drug that you can actually get, and it's because it has to be prescribed from a doctor after a certain percentage. You can of course buy retinoids over the counter, but that's basically what I've been doing. Now I'm at the stage, as I said, where I'm weaning myself off of them and I'm slowly getting back to a regular skincare. What I want to do in those times of regular skincare is actually take advantage of that to recondition and just resurface my skin in other ways. So I love Banish, I love the story of Banish. I was really privileged to work with them back in the day, and I have a tutorial on my channel. I love the story behind them, and I love the focus on natural ingredients that have great results. Now the way they work is you roll the skin with needles, so it's a physically needling, jabby procedure. It's a treatment that hurts in some regards. Now the treatment actually is different depending on how thick the needle is. Obviously you can imagine if it's a tiny needle, it's going to be less painful than a thicker needle. The needle that comes with the set actually isn't that severe. This is one that's safe to do at home. You get this basic kit, and you basically get this little pot, and you'll fill this with a sterilised solution. So this is designed to actually use to sterilise your derma roller. Then you get your gorgeous instructions, and you also get your roller. Now I actually have a roller, so I'm not going to open this one because I'm going to save it. And you get a brand new fabulous medicated roller. Now this actually gives the caution. It says please test on a small patch of skin before application. I'd advise doing that because you know what you're doing then. Personal use only, obviously don't share. Skin with any injury should not use the Banish gel. Do not use if allergic to metal. Do not use cosmetics the day of use, and do not give to children. So you sterilise the Banish with alcohol, you roll back the Banish 4 to 5 times, you use light pressure, and then the pen is actually in a different box, which I'll show you later on in the video because I've got a little bit of a focus on how to use that. That is more of a stamp where you can actually focus on maybe breaking up scar tissue in an ice pick scar, which is when it's an indented scar, and maybe particular lines that bother you. Don't use them around the eyes. It's better to go to an expert to actually do anything around the eyes because the skin is so thin. And what comes with this is actually a Banish solution. So this is called the Banish oil. It's a vitamin C oil, and basically to create collagen, which is what we're trying to do, is you have to have vitamin C. It's part of the actual process, so you do need to use vitamin C, and a high quality vitamin C, or it won't work. This is part of the whole thing. So the basic premise of this is, when you think about, maybe let's think of the skin as a cashmere jumper, right? And let's think of acne as an annoyance that's ripped the cashmere. Now your skin has built-in collagen which actually sews it back together almost like a mesh. So if you think about that beautiful smooth cashmere with a kind of wire mesh repair, that's sadly what scar tissue kind of is within the skin. So if we want to break apart that wire mesh to give it the illusion of looking more like that smooth cashmere, we then need to break it down. So that's what the kind of premise of this is. It's almost like breaking up the collagen so it rebuilds in a smoother way. So the needles actually do pinpricks going down, and those pillar kind of shapes build back up with collagen. So it's a brilliant way to thicken the skin, to repair any scar tissue, to repair any issues, maybe stretched skin, if you have lost weight or whatnot. stretch marks and all that jazz, and also fine lines and wrinkles. Now, when you do this, you have to be aware of the sun. You don't go around the sun at all because it can do the damage. It's basically like giving new, fresh, baby, raw skin. You don't want the sun to do damage because it will do more to that new healing skin. You also want to follow up with the enzyme mask, which actually comes with the kit. Now, this whole thing is a genius one because they do a charcoal mask, which you mix with some water or your favourite toner, obviously like a herbal or water-based tonic, not necessarily an alcohol toner or anything like that. You mix it up, apply a light layer all over the skin, draws impurities and oils to the surface. It's very great. Charcoal's brilliant for that. Then we go in with the pumpkin mask. The pumpkin mask actually is brilliant because it's like a mild enzyme glycolic peel, completely natural ingredients, as I'll show you. And then we have the roller, which is actually like a cooling thing you keep in the fridge or the freezer. You can use this to numb the skin and to actually treat the skin after treatment because it cools the skin back down. Now, really, when you want to see results from this, you do have to see a little bit of redness to the skin. Quite often when you see those scary vampire facials, it's because they've used a machine version to actually do that to the skin, and that's a sign that the skin is damaged. So if the skin is damaged, it's healing. That's the idea of the process. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually share with you the process of going through the first 3 steps of that kit, and I'll show you the pen at the end. So here we go. I'm going to be starting off with the activated charcoal mask. Now this I've actually mixed with saline, and I'm applying with a brush because you get a much more even distribution of product when you use a brush. This is just a paintbrush actually, but you could use a foundation brush or a specific brush for masks. Now, charcoal is great for just declogging and purifying. So if you had acne, this would be fantastic. Now, I have actually just found out I actually have well, not just found out, I've experienced it my whole life, but a doctor's finally diagnosed my skin as hypersensitive, and they're actually quite concerned about it because when I do have laser hair removal on my face, it takes probably about a month to heal, and you're meant to get it like every 6 weeks or whatnot. It's a very absurd reaction that I go through every time I shave, and I don't ever get acne, and this is what really annoys me because it looks like I have acne sometimes on camera because my skin texture. It's that whatever happens to my skin, it has this kind of swelling process, and it just reacts so ridiculously to any kind of shaving or hair removal. This actually happens only where I've got a beard. So it's frustrating as hell because I've done so much work to my skin and I feel like it's the only area letting me down. So I'm actually going to be prescribed something, and we're going for the consult on, what day are we today? So it is Thursday today, then we're moving on tomorrow and Saturday, and then I think we've got it next Friday? If not the Friday after. I've got so much going on, I can't remember. So I've just actually I've applied this all over the face, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to use the excess on the brush to just... What's in this one is green clay, charcoal, allantoin, zinc oxide, vitamin C ester, organic blue-green algae, DMAE, bitartrate. Girl, me and my names. It's been a hot minute since I've been the chemist, JH. So add water to your favourite liquid, mix into a paste, and apply it. So what you do is you add water or your favourite liquid, I've used saline, mix into a paste and apply on clean skin. Let dry for 10 to 15 minutes and rinse off. Use this you can use this up to twice a week. So I'm actually going to go and leave this now, and I'll be back when it's dry in 10 minutes. Alright, well this has now been on for the required time. I'm going to wash it off now, it's feeling a little bit tight. And we'll pop back with the enzyme mask next. Okay, now let's go on with the So now let's add the enzyme mask, which is a pumpkin base. It smells like a chutney. Now this one, I have to point out, does have a tingle to it. So if you're not prepared for it, prepare for it, because it can make your skin feel a little bit like you've got a peel on. But it's not unendurable. Now let me explain what's in here. We have pumpkin fruit, we have organic bilberry fruit, we have organic sugar cane, organic orange peel, organic lemon, glycerin, tetrasodium EDTA, vitamin E, phenoxyethanol, meadowfoam seed oil, xanthan gum, vitamin C, glycolic acid, neem seed oil, and neem, by the way, is amazing at circulation and hormone stability and things like that. rosemary leaf extract, cinnamon bark powder, ginger root powder and nutmeg. So this actual enzyme mask is designed to exfoliate, prevent breakouts, and it's very, very, very effective. I've used this one before. I actually have used this one before, if you guys remember back on my channel. I love Banish. I love the creators and they're awesome. So I'm going to let this dry and I'll be back in a sec. Now I'm actually using the cooling roller you actually leave in your fridge. Now what this does is it actually helps by just cooling down the skin, and this is really great after a peel, but particularly great after the actual micro needling that you can do with the set. So we're going to be using this vitamin C serum, which is great actually, because what it does is it aids in collagen. Well, it's a necessity in the building of collagen. So what we're doing with the actual rest of the kit is we're making micro wounds in the skin by jabbing the needles through the skin. That will then help heal and build collagen, which strengthens the layers of the skin and does everything genius that we've spoken about before. So I'm going to add this vitamin C serum. So this works like a stamp on the skin, and you just go through the skin and it makes micro needle marks. The oil, I've put the lid back on now, but with the oil that actually helps build those collagen columns by creating those wounds to then heal. Okay, so I'm now back and it's another day. So what I wanted to share with you guys is actually my look straight after. Now, I haven't gone in with the derma roller today because I've got a few things going on, including moving house in the next couple of days, and I have a photo shoot. So I have had, by the way, let me just point this out, I've had a really, really bad reaction with my hypersensitivity. I'm working with actually a clinic that's now been it's the UK's actual go-to for the NHS, which is why I'm working with them at the moment. We're going to go in and we're going to actually do some investigation in my skin, and that's going to be coming in, I think, 2 Fridays away, because I do need to deal with this hypersensitivity, and I will probably need to have something like a steroid, or I don't know what I have to do, but it's an issue wherever I shave my beard, and it's just terrible because when I get laser hair removal or I do a process like a needling treatment, my skin goes bright red and takes about 3 weeks to heal, which is useless with what I do for work. So what I do actually at the moment is I will let my skin kind of go, and then if I've got 3 days of work, like this week I've had a huge interview, then we've had another day of filming, then we've had another day of filming, then I'd have to do some YouTube work. So I haven't had that time to heal, and my skin literally goes into pure red holes, like literally holes in my skin. It's ridiculous. The last day I actually had the most horrific like wound in my face from this, which is so annoying because it's the last issue with all my skin complaints. Like, I've fixed the acne, I've fixed the textural problems, the last thing is to fix the hypersensitivity. So, and let me point this out, it happens in winter. This only happens in winter to me. It's just very bizarre. It's a very bizarre thing to have. So what I've done is I've shown you how it looks. I've shown you the treatments, given you some information about what I've been going through with my skin. Hopefully that will clue you up. I'll list all this in the description below, and obviously please check out Banish. I'll add a code down there because they are phenomenal. Do have to shout them out because they are brilliant, and I like the idea of the kit combined. After you've done your derma roller or derma pen treatment, you then follow up a couple of days after with a peel. I think it just helps boost everything. It starts the process of the healing, kind of, it doubles the effect of the healing because you're then stripping back a little bit more, and then the skin comes together and tries to rebuild that mesh that we spoke about earlier. So hopefully that was informative. Hopefully you guys love my skincare video. I have a brand new one coming very soon with Tropics. I'm talking with PurePotions at the moment behind the scenes because I want to do some collaborations with another Brighton business. And I'm super excited because there's so much coming. So wish me luck moving house. This is my last video of the week, and I'm now going to go out and have a nice drinky nighttime thing. So I will see you all in my next video. Check out Banish, and I'll see you all soon.